Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jill, otherwise known as the Enlightened Target, and this channel is devoted to narcissistic abuse, awareness and recovery, parental alienation, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and anything and everything associated with those three main topics. In today's video, we are talking about how the extremes of narcissistic abuse, parental alienation, and smear campaigns can change a person after living through this, because it definitely changes a person, not necessarily in a bad way, but we will never be the person we were before this happened. And I am going to try and explain how we are different now than we were before. If you are new to my channel, I would like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private, one-on-one narcissistic abuse recovery coaching with me or group coaching on Wednesday evenings, please visit my website or send me an email. Both are linked in the description below. So today we are talking about how being subjected to long-term narcissistic abuse, parental alienation, and smear campaigns change a person. As I mentioned, those of us who have lived through the extremes of this form of abuse will never be the same. We have changed in the following ways. First, we no longer take people at face value. We watch their words, their actions, and their behavior very closely before we make an assumption that they are actually a good, decent person. Many narcissists seemed like a very good person before we got deeply involved with them, and we learned the hard way that it takes time and strong boundaries before we are able to actually trust anyone. We are not interested in living through the horror we have already lived through ever again. Next, we have lost the desire to try and tell our side of the story or to defend ourselves to anyone. We learned that anyone who actually believed the narcissist smear campaign or the narcissist, the lies that they used to alienate our children from us, are either ignorant and there's no point in wasting your time to convince them, or they are disordered themselves and likely flying monkeys. We have learned that these types of people have polluted society and that we have to be extremely selective on who we let into our lives. We are not willing to take any chances of possibly getting involved or subjected to anyone with this disorder again. We value our peace and our happiness and freedom in ways we never did before this happened. We are unwilling to sacrifice any of those things, and keeping ourselves safe is of the highest priority. We are no longer afraid of what horrors life may throw at us in the future because we have already walked through the depths of hell and have survived the most repulsive of human behaviors. Usually we survived this completely alone, and we know that after living through this, we are capable of handling anything negative life throws at us because we have already survived the most vile, destructive, and painful demonic behaviors, and that nothing else we might face in the world could be worse than what we have already survived. We have learned the value and necessity of listening to our gut instincts and our intuition. When we look back on the relationship with the narcissist, we realize that there were many red flags that we overlooked and disregarded our instincts that told us something was wrong. We will never, ever suppress or overlook our gut instincts about anyone. We have learned the hard way the importance and the necessity of having strong boundaries, both internal and external. We will forever establish and enforce our boundaries with everyone in our lives. We will never, ever, ever be naive to the fact that there are people in this world who have bad intentions, and we are very cautious of who we let into our lives. We have realized that the quality of a person is much more important than the quantity of people in our lives. And lastly, we have learned that there cannot be any form of meaningful communication between us and the narcissist. If it's at all possible, we understand that we must go and maintain no contact. If it isn't possible because we share children with the narcissist, we understand that we must stay as low contact as humanly possible and implement the gray rock method with the narcissist at all times. We realize that the narcissist is not a normal person, and the only way to stay sane and safe is to be no contact or low detached contact. Okay, that's going to do it for today's video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on Instagram. The link is in the description below. Thanks for watching, everyone.